Thunderclan History and Beyond. Preview episode, I think 5, and episode 247. Evan, preview episode 5, Kin on Opposite Sides. Preview episode Kin on Opposite Sides, I know. And episode 247. Yes, we're about to reach 250. Hold up. Scourge is related to Firestar? Yes, everyone! That is our question that we're beginning with. Scourge is related to Firestar? Did you know that? Well, I didn't, and I had to do research on this by reading the Super Edition of the Scourge's Super Edition. And oh boy, that was long. So, without further ado, let's begin. Scourge was born on January 17th, 1972. No. Scourge was born January 19th, 2001. So the Twin Towers were still up. Yeah, that long ago. It was the leaf bear of 2000 and 2001. Pine Star had just given off his Pine. If you recall, Pine Star had just abdicated in favor of Sunstar in Sunfall, and Sunfall just became Sunstar right now, and chose a deputy, Tawny Spots, and Blue Paw has just become a warrior. Blue Fur. And if you are new to this podcast, welcome to Thunderclan History and Beyond, where we talk about the history of Thunderclan in the Warrior Cat series. If you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, please go back to episode 1B, an introduction to Thunderclan history, where I talk about, everything that you don't know right now. So, we're about to, back in the present, it's 2015. We're about to enter a period it's 2014. We're about to enter a period that if we were trying to connect with the Romans, would really be from 98 to 180. Or if you don't know what 80, or CE, depending on who you ask. Christian or atheist. This will be our period of the 5 great emperors, the 5 good emperors of the Roman history, plus Justinian there in his good times. So basically, the 5 good emperors plus Justinian, who's part of the Byzantine Empire, but really he's another one of those good emperors who are fair-minded, calm, and only had to go to war when they wanted to. Trajan, the first good emperor, is notable for bringing the Roman Empire to its greatest extent. And in 117, he died. Hadrian took over and built the famous Hadrian's Wall in England by Scotland, and towards the Scottish border, but not yet, more like south of the Scottish border. You can still see some of it, and it still goes across the entirety of the British Isle. Then there was Antoninus Pius, who is notable for being for their golden age, the fair-minded, never warlike, and more modern. Then in 162, Marcus Aurelius took the throne, and is notable for writing a book called The Meditations, which you can actually go on Audible and read that. Justinian is known for, after the Western Roman Empire fell apart, he is notable for taking back some of those old provinces. For instance, Spain, Italy, North Africa. North Africa was lost in 429 when the Vandals took over. Spain was lost in the 460s when the Visigoths took over, when they ceded the territory to the Visigoths of Aquitaine. And Italy was lost when Odoacer marched into Ravenna in 476. Justinian acquired the territories in the Levant, Egypt, and really the Balkan Peninsula, plus the Bosphorus and Thrace. That was really it. He is noted for taking back the provinces North Africa from the Vandals, part of Spain from the Visigoths, and Italy from the Ostrogoths. The war in Italy took so long, it really only ended in his final decade. In his second to last decade, which would be 545 to 555. But anyway, this is Roman history, not Thunderclan, so let's get back to 2001. Poof! So, let's begin. Scourge was born to Jake and Quince. We know Jake from the episode when Rusty, as a kitty pet, came to join Thunderclan. That was episode 240 if you don't... And if you just joined and you already saw the... if you wanted to listen to this episode and already saw the introduction, this would be episode 230. Actually, no. 230 is when Blue Star beat. 230 is the death of... I forget who's the death of in episode 230, but in 240, Firestar now comes to join Thunderclan. So, Jake and Quince. They're mates, and they have 3 kids. Then Jake decides to travel with Talltail, who will one day become Tallstar, comes back, falls in love with Nutmeg, and has Princess and Firestar, when they were only Princess and Rusty, of course. Quince raised the Scourge and his 2 littermates. He's on her with Jake's help, and when they were old, and one day Scourge decided to check out the territory. Decided to check out the territory in the forest, which they lived near. He went into Thunderclan territory and came face to face with Tigerpaw, who will one day become Tiger Star of ShadowClan. This Tigerpaw is the Tigerpaw we will know as that we knew as Tiger Claw, then Tiger Star the First, the son of Pine Star and Leopardfoot. When he was still an apprentice, they fought. Tigerpaw won, and Scourge never forgot the unfairness of a fight. Right? He started to... he didn't want to have a collar because he wasn't one of those kitty pets who just loved 2 legs, who had a 2-leg house, who was soft, in the sense that they were fat and kind. That they were fat and, like, not shy, sometimes shy, but also, like, soft, like, weak-willed. Weak-willed and also weak. After a while, he tried to using an old fossilized... No, not fossilized. I'm just kidding, guys. Did you fall for it? An old fossilized dog tooth to try ripping out his collar. It failed, and it got stuck in. And he tried doing it with cat's teeth, too. But... now you know why when I will say in a few minutes, Scourge had cat's teeth and dog's teeth around his collar. Did they kill their own kind and dogs? Nope. Now you know. He tried using it to get out, but it didn't work. And Scourge didn't care if people think he would kill them. If he killed them, like the dogs and the cats. Scourge let him. He met Bone. They started doing their dirty works. Barley was born with Violet. So was Boulder. And Scourge felt the first stirrings of power. He created BloodClan. And his second in command was Bone. But Boulder and Barley weren't content. So Barley decided to leave with Violet because Violet was expecting kids. Scourge was expecting kids. He took her to to the other side of Two Leg Place by Barley's farm, and finally and went to the Barley's farm, and that's why we call it the Barley's farm now. Now it's Windover Farm, and now it's Barley's farm. And that's how Barley got there. Boulder left for the forest, because Scourge had once said, because he once overheard Scourge talking about the cats in the forest, about how unfair the fight was. So he left. But Tiger Star later knew what his origins were, and asked him to take him back to Two Leg Place. He met Bone. He met Scourge. And Scourge recognized Tiger Star the first immediately. He began to make a plan inside his mind. He had no idea. He had no, not like no clue, but like he had no idea of going along with it. His idea was to pretend to go along with it, but backstab Tiger Star the first in the end. And he did. We'll see that. Right now, we're just we're back right before Bye Bye Blue Star, Part 1. This is around the time of... This is around the time between the fateful gathering when Tiger Star announces that he is the next leader of ShadowClan, and the gathering where when Snowkit died. Yes, remember Snowkit, the last kid of Speckletail? Well, now we're back towards the present at least. Boulder left, Barley left, and Snowkit died. Tiger Star made a plan with Scourge, and Scourge made his own agenda. Finally, Tiger Star and Scourge agreed to share the forest. Tiger Star announced that he was creating a new clan named Tiger Clan and that all 4 leaders would rule jointly. But alas, it was not to be. Tiger Star took control of his Tiger Clan. Leopard Star agreed, thinking it was to make her clan strong. But she was blind to his faults. He created a bone hill by the River Clan camp. He made their stream wash clogged with crow food, and gave Blackfoot all authority over Leopard Star and Stonefur. Imprisoned Stonefur, Feathertail, well, now it's just Featherpaw and Stormpaw, and Mistyfoot. Stonefur has so far been Leopard Star's trusted deputy. In the end, Firestar exposed. In the end, at a fateful gathering, he announced it, and then Stonefur was killed later. Firestar got the apprentices and Mistyfoot back to Thunderclan, and then Tiger Clan attacked the Wind Clan camp. Just to bring fear, Tiger Star killed Gorsepaw and said to Tallstar to take a message to Firestar, because he knew that Firestar would come to Tallstar's aid. He said, "Meet me at Sun High tomorrow at 4 trees. and you will give me your answer. They went to that gathering. BloodClan was exposed when they refused to join Tigerclan. Firestar exposed the death of Redtail. The trap of Bluestar when she was ill with green cough, and how Cinderpelt came by her crippled leg. How he brought the pack of rogues, tried to kill Bluestar, slaughtered Running Wind when he was a rogue after they drove him into exile. Made himself leader of ShadowClan, and killed Brindleface, tried to kill Firestar, succeeded in killing Bluestar in the end, fulfilling the prophecy that Goosefeather told Bluepaw when she was cowering underneath a fox. A burning tree fell down between Bluepaw and the fox. Rain quickly extinguished that log, saving Bluepaw, the fox, and the whole forest from a wildfire. That wildfire wouldn't come back until, 20 years later. Until 10 years later, a decade later. Bluepaw didn't believe his prophecy. You will blaze through the forest like fire, quenched only by water. Bluepaw didn't believe him because he had caused the death of his sister and her mother, Moonflower, in an attack on the WindClan camp during Heatherstar's leadership and Pinestar's leadership as well. But she blazed through the forest like fire, pushed the dog over the edge of the gorge, but it wrenched her over into the river as well, and ended her 9th life in water. To be quenched, Bluestar blazed through the forest like fire, to be quenched by dogs and water, just as Goosefeather had foretold. She was actually 30. Yeah, she was pretty old. She was actually 30. And had ruled Thunderclan for 20 glorious years. But anyway, back to the present. And Tigerstar just had BloodClan pop out. Scourge introduced himself. Firestar exposed. Where were we? Oh, yes. Scourge said no battle. Scourge says no battle today. I will think about what you have said. Ed? Fulfilling his plan to defeat Tigerstar once and for all. Well, because everyone knows how Tigerstar will react when he finds out that nothing, and when I mean nothing, is going his way. He screeched, "Traitor!" and leapt at Scourge. Scourge whipped to one side, had his dog's teeth strengthened claws, bonked Tigerstar on the shoulder. Tigerstar falls on his side, and he rips out his belly, spilling Tigerstar's entrails everywhere. Gross. Tigerstar lost all of his 9 lives in that one hit. Scourge knew there was no going back now. Tigerstar died. Firestar said, "I'm sorry Tigerstar brought you here with lies. Please, feel free to hunt before you go home." But Scourge had a different plan. His plan was to defeat Tigerstar once and for all and take over the forest territories. Take over the territory in the forest. So he announced his plan. And that he's not leaving. Back in Two Lake Place, there was many cats, and fresh food and live prey is scarce. And so they wouldn't need to depend on Two Lake Rubbish for their food. Two Lake Rubbish for their food, and that they were taking over this territory now, and you had to leave or you will fight BloodClan. That's really it. But now, on to another point. Firestar's 9 lives. Yes, you heard me. We forgot it. I'm so stupid. I'm just kidding. I didn't forget it. I wanted to bust out BloodClan. And first, before we get back, now we will travel a half moon into the past. Fireheart just left for Highstones, skipped Barley's farm, and we will continue this tomorrow. Yes, I know. I do not want to waste your time. We will begin tomorrow with Firestar's 9 Lives and finish with the battle with BloodClan before moving on to another episode. And you know what that means. It's Red Star time. Yeah, no. It's SkyClan time. Da 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 da.